And we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Ian's, peoples, ladies, gentlemen, uh, the gays, the girls, the gays, the theys, all of the peoples. Welcome to Every Review. We're going to do a live review with my lovely guest, Miss Kiss My Cheeks TV.
Hello,
We are
everybody.
talking Love is Blind episodes 4, 5, and 6, the ones that just came out on this Friday. They came out Friday, Thursday,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Hey, sister. Of course, the first person here is my sister. Hey, Tracy. Now, everybody gets
Anywhere you
to,
start is a mess. So wherever you want to start.
right, so everybody gets to Malibu. Everybody's at Malibu. So we have finished all of the proposals and all of that good stuff. Everybody has picked their party. So now we go to the honeymoon portion of this. I don't know what this is supposed to be.
No, it's not a honeymoon. It's kind of like our first time together.
Right. Are we going to do it or not? That's what I call it. Are we doing this or not?
Yes, it's a lot of people who should have left after Malibu, but they want to be on TV. So
Listen. So Cole and Zanab, Raven and SK, Alexis
Brennan,
and Brennan. Um, I can see Nancy and that light skinned nigga. I
Barty.
don't. That's his name, Bartiz. That's it for the couples, right? That's all. It's five couples.
4, but it's 5.
No, Colin Zanab, Nancy and Bartiz, Raven and SK, Alexis. Oh, Cole and the ballerina,
Oh,
Colleen.
Matt and Colleen. Yes.
Them the ones. Listen, at first I was like, Cole, get away from her, but now I'm like, Colleen, run, run like your pants
Who
are
needs
on
to run
fire.
the fastest? Out of
Okay, let's start with them because they are the most problem. Listen, out of all of them, for me they're the most
For me,
problematic.
they're the most problematic as well
Absolutely.
because I can see danger in her future.
Cause that boy is not he's not healed.
He's not healed.
He's not healed
He has
and
anger
he's
problems.
triggered by everything.
Yes. Yes.
Child, she wanted, you know how you see those TikToks of how women be trying to teach their men how to say that they in a relationship if some woman should approach them and how they want to stop it with extreme prejudice so there's no question. Like they want them to throw up on the women and be like, no, bitch, I got a girlfriend. Like that kind of thing. That is what Cole wanted from Colleen
His name
when
is Matt.
I
Matt.
mean Matt. Jesus. I'm
Cole
sorry, Matt.
and
Please
Colleen.
don't get mad at me, Matt, that I forgot your name. I was talking about you the whole time, though, sir. I know in my mind.
Take it a step back. At the pool, when they had their little
Yes.
conversation about, oh, I'm physically in love with you, but emotionally in love with Zainab. And she was like, oh, if I would have met you in a bar, it is what it is. Do you think the way Colleen responded to his advances was appropriate or not?
No.
Inappropriate. Okay.
I felt like it was inappropriate because and I can't judge. Well, I ain't got nobody else's experience to judge off of but my own. But me as a person, that's not how I would. If I am engaged to be married to somebody, that's not how I respond to
Mhm.
someone who says that to me.
I agree. Because
And
Raven
because I don't give a fuck about if I'm not messing with you like that, and I don't give a damn about your feelings. I'ma hurt your feelings. That's cute for you. Or like, well, how do you want me to respond to that? Hi, nephew.
I
How
agree.
you how would you like me to? You're engaged. I'm engaged. We're supposedly in love with the people that we're engaged to. First of all, I'm immediately telling your significant other. Let me listen. I'm a tattletale.
Okay. Okay.
I'm telling it
Because you don't want any confusion.
because I don't want any confusion about I tried to steal your man or I'm putting my coochie out there for. Because I don't want no. Because I don't want what happened to happen. I don't want no confusion from my man. I don't want no confusion with you, my sister, that I'm trying to push up on you. No, ma'am. I don't want my good to be spoken evil of. And just because your nigga don't know how to control his mouth and or his peen, let me get you right together. No, sir. There's not happening between me and or you, sir. And then I'm gonna tell your girl what happened. And then I'm gonna turn around and tell my man what happened. And then I'm gonna be like, and we need to exit stage left. Because at this point, I don't feel comfortable with you and your foolishness.
I agree. I feel it was inappropriate too, but his response was too much.
Matt's response was
Yeah.
absolutely out of bounds. I don't like the way she responded to the advance, and I don't like his response to like I can understand you being hurt in your feelings, but as aggressive as you got over your reaction was an overreaction to what had actually happened. Now, while I feel like she could have been more forceful with her no, and this ain't gonna happen, what Matt did, first of all, now I have an issue with trust with you. By the end of their whole thing, where it ended at the last episode, I now have an issue. My sound is crackling. Hold on. Maybe because my thing is. Hold on.
It's not doing it anymore.
Are we good now? Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Boo doo boo boo boo. 45, 47. No.
You did. It was.
I tickle myself. Okay, so I don't forgot what I was saying. Oh no, if I was Colleen, I would have issues with Matt at this jump by the end of the episodes and the end of their arc. I would have an issue with Matt because it feels like the moment I don't respond the way you want to or do what you want me to, you're gonna cut and run on me. You have done this twice. You have threatened to, when we was in Malibu, you threatened to break out on me. And now at the end of the last episode, she went to now I don't understand.
We don't know where she went on the last episode. She just didn't come home.
She was at the club with the girls.
Oh, okay.
That's what Nancy said. Nancy said, "Oh, Colleen went to the club with the other girls."
Oh.
And so he said, "I'm coming home." And she's like, "Oh, I'll meet you there." But instead of shut up, nephew. Instead of bringing your ass home, like somebody with some sense with it, when you know your man got trust issues, and instead of just bringing your butt straight home, you decide in your infinite wisdom, oh, let me go to the club and just not come straight home. So this man is just, where is she?
His anger on camera
unreasonable
makes me afraid for her off camera, because if this how he cutting up on camera, imagine how he gonna cut up when the cameras are gone.
That's all I'm saying.
She needs to go. He's not over it. She could just wave at the mailman and he would be jealous. I don't have time for that kind of energy. No TV show is worth that kind of energy. So Colleen, do yourself a favor and go ahead and move on. And I don't trust Colleen and Matt anyway, because they were the ones who got engaged like after 2 days. Because Colleen dated 2 other men, gave her time to 2 other men before she even looked at Matt. So they don't really know each other.
They don't. They don't know each other well. There is a lack. He has a lack of. He says he's all in, but how can you be all in and then the moment anything even gives the mere appearance that something may be shaky, before you ask questions and get an answer that's a satisfactory to bring you back down to zero, you're at 150 and you like, okay, that's it, I'm out.
But even the mother, like when they went over his parents' house, they were all concerned, like, please take care of my son. He's been through a lot. You know, don't, if you gonna hurt him, just leave now. Like, the family knows how he is and
Listen,
that he's fragile. So he's not ready for this type of show, period.
listen, his mama know he crazy. His mama know. She
Mhm.
seen him have outbursts before,
With the last wife, probably.
probably. The mama know he nuttier than a fruitcake.
Mhm. She know, and she was softly trying to warn you. Like, if you got
Listen,
real.
listen to his mama, cause she trying to help you.
Hmm.
Listen, oh, I would listen. I want her to run away. And then Bartiz tried to take his little hook head over there. He tried, poor baby.
He tried with Raven, but Raven was like, "No, no, sir."
No, I'm not even talking about with Raven. I'm talking about with Mac. He tried to talk Mac off the cliff,
At the end of the
and
episode, no, Bartiz, you don't like. He needs a real friend, like one of his brothers, need to come over to the house, sir. You know this man for 10 days. You don't know how to pull him off of that cliff.
you do
Don't mess
not.
around and get to fighting with him, saying the wrong thing.
Well, well.
Can't wait to talk about him. He on his own ledge that he
Who?
get ready to jump off of.
Listen, okay, so Matt and Colleen, I need her to get away from him before he. I feel like because he gives me like he's a family annihilator. This is very Criminal Minds. He a family annihilator. Like he gonna kill everybody. Everybody got that. At this point, like
Once
you
you
gonna
jump
come
off
in,
the
you
house,
gonna come into the house and he done killed everybody and then pose them at the table like they having dinner. He crazy. He got the crazy eyes.
he gives me the crazy vibe. He gives me the jealous, crazy. I don't want to put nothing too bad on him, but I see the
I
red
think you
flags where
know.
I would run. I can see the red flags where she needs to run. It's not worth it.
Listen, he triggers my flight or fight response. I
Hmm.
don't like it.
I didn't like it after Malibu. I would have left him. I was like, no, I can't deal with this kind of anger because it's all, oh, I love you, oh, babe, you know I love you. It's not that much love in the world in 10 days.
It
It's
ain't
not that.
not for you to be you listen, for you to be so far in that even if I didn't come straight home. Cause listen, okay, so let's talk some real stuff about real life and getting into relationships and what I've learned from this experience. I have been in relationships since I was 15 years old and I will be 46 next Thursday. What I have learned in the 30 some odd years that I've been in relationship with men is in the beginning you have to learn each other. And 10 days is not enough time to really learn each other. You have to learn like intricate stuff, especially when you are cohabitating. Like you got to learn how that person tells time. I'm going to give myself as an example. I had a boyfriend that I lived with after my husband and I split up. Me and my boyfriend lived together. He and I told time very differently. If I said to him, I'll be back in 15 minutes, he thought on minute 15, I should be walking back into the house. When I say, I'll be back in 15 minutes, what I literally mean, it means 15 minutes to 8 hours, depending on what happens when I leave this house and who has need of me. And maybe I get a phone call and somebody needs me to do something. I'm already out, and then I'll go do that, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do that. And oh, I forgot I need to run this errand, and I'll go do that. And I might not come home for hours. And that caused an issue and a division between me and him because we told time very differently. So he had to learn. I had to learn not to give specific times.
To get,
When I told him when I left the house and said I'll be back, I had to learn to answer the question, when will you be back? When I walk back in the door.
Right. Right.
I can't give you a time frame because it could be the actual 15 minutes. It could be 8 hours from now. It just depends on what happens when I walk out the door. So
yes,
that's, you have to learn those type of intricate details about somebody when you're in a relationship or you cohabitating that you're not going to get in 10 days. Because I feel like maybe Colleen thought that her saying, oh, if we go to a bar, whatever happens, was her being nice and trying. Because, you know, some women, as a defense mechanism to keep themselves safe, will say certain things knowing good and darn well they don't mean not a word of it. But they try to extricate themselves without embarrassing that man, because that man may take that in rejection and embarrassment and then turn around and do something to them.
They sure will. In today's society, they sure will. I agree with you. And what I've learned throughout the years is men don't change. What you see in those first 30 days, you have to decide if that's something you could put up with or deal with, if it's a deal breaker, because most men aren't going to change.
They're not.
So
you want them to. Well, that's not true. Because listen, you can do the work. You can do
it. Abby, I said you zoomed us in and I don't have my makeup on.
Oh, I don't even know how I did that. Wait, there we go. Sorry.
I said, oh, they said every line.
Listen. Every line means something. Damn it.
Hey, God willing, I'll have plenty more.
Listen. I just feel like he is jumping to too many conclusions for me. It's way too many conclusions with no evidence, and you don't have any trust. This girl hasn't done anything. She hasn't done anything to earn how you are treating.
Right, because it's really Cole that's being disrespectful. And why aren't you checking your friend Cole? Why aren't you checking him for the way he's speaking to your fiance? That's where the issue lies, because he's the one being disrespectful.
Absolutely.
But most
absolutely, and that's literally what what's Cole's. That's what Zanab said to Matt. You need to have a conversation, because why did he think that was appropriate for him to say to her in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So why did he think that was appropriate to do?
The same way Bartise thought it was appropriate to say it to Raven. Hell, but Bartise,
okay, can I just say,
her fiance?
I owe Raven an apology. I owe Raven half an apology.
Okay, you want to get to Raven and SK next.
Listen, I'm a grown woman and I can stand corrected in some things. Miss Raven, I called you out your name in my little short when she was exercising, when Bartise was trying to pour his heart out about his stepdaddy on the dance floor at the mama's wedding, and she was doing jumping jacks. I called her a bitch. Yes, I did. Because it was bitch made behavior. Sit your ass down. Well, how are you trying to foster relation and conversation, and you can't even sit your butt down for 5 minutes long enough to listen to what's being said to you, daughter? I thought you was gonna be, what was the old girl from last season who tried to snake the dude back? Oh God,
I can't remember season.
That tried to get Shayna. I thought you was the Shayna of the season, daughter. I thought you was the Shayna of the season, and I was gonna give you fever. But when she talked to Bartise and said, and was like, the fact that he's into me now that he's seen me is not a compliment.
Yes.
You didn't like who I was as a person, but you down for what I look like just for the aesthetically pleasing. But who I am at the core of me that I presented to you in the pods when you couldn't see me, that part you didn't like. but you like the way my hair looks, the way my body looks, and all of these things. And because we have fitness in common. Boy, when I tell you I cackled when she told him, she was like, yeah, I can see now why we didn't work out. Because even though we're similar, our values are not the
He's
same.
superficial.
So
And Raven, you still on that fence, girl.
she's
You
still on the fence, but when I say she got him right together and that made my heart happy,
yes.
baby.
And that's what Colleen should have told Cole. Like, you weren't into me in the pods, but now you see me, you're impressed. No, no, sir. But see,
Ooh.
Colleen isn't, not everyone is the same.
No. And I listen, I just want to say that I appreciate Raven. Now when she go to meet her family and that one friend get them together, we gonna get to them in a minute. But when that one friend get them together, talk about and the conversation she and his SK had in the bathroom about paying the rent and him not being there, we gonna get to all of that because I feel like there's a certain amount of compromise that needs to happen that I feel like Raven is not
She's
being
not,
reasonable.
and I don't feel like she should.
What?
In 30 days, I'm not uprooting my life to
Well,
do,
no, I don't think she should uproot her life. No, no, no.
and I'm not about to financially take care of you.
He didn't ask her to.
Well, he said that I'm going to cut back expenses and I may need to lean on you, which means you're still going to pay all this rent here in Dallas because I'm going to be out here in LA or whatever he's going on the West Coast. I took it as that. Like, I'm going to need to lean on you financially because
No, that's not how. That's unfortunately that's not the conversation that I heard.
because I'm on the fence with them because I feel like as a man, you're getting ready to go start a 2-year master's program. Why are you on this show? Why are you looking for a wife and you need to fly away in 2 months?
Well, listen, love finds a way. If that's really what it is, then love will find a way, regardless of if you about to go do 2 years in a master's program or no. But my thing is if you say that you love him, and this is the man for again, because this normally happens after being together for a significant amount of time. So of course this is a hyper sped up type of situation. I need more compromise. I feel like from both of them, but especially from Raven. Like I don't think it's unreasonable if you're my husband and you're supposed to be taking care of me. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to put some in on the rent, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Hmm.
I mean,
And this comes from a woman who 20 some odd years married, and husband was never the breadwinner. Was never he never. I took care of everything. I had to do everything, everything. So I am not. I'm just not because it was such a and now at this age, the only person that I have to take care of now is me. Because back then I had not only him, but we had 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to cover everything, and so that's the way I am now. Is in and when it comes to relationships, is I'm not. I am no longer willing to take on a burden. You must add value. If you come into my life, you must add value.
Mm-hmm.
You have to come to me already with the capability of making my life better, easier. I am moving out of my strong woman Superman phase into my pillow princess. Take care of me. She's the queen. She shouldn't have to lift a finger. That's where I am.
I can see that.
When I'm in my pretty princess spoil her phase. And right now the only person spoiling me is me. Now, I'm sure the Lord is preparing my husband to meet me at a point. We traveling, we gonna meet on the road. But at this juncture in my when I was younger, I got married at 23. and we have 4 small kids. So, and I would, and this goes to how I was raised as well, because I was raised that y'all a team, it's y'all against the world. You know, when where you're weak, he's strong. Where you're strong, he's weak. When he needs to lean on you, you undergird him, and he will do the same for you. And that's how it, and y'all are a team, and shouldn't nobody be able to come in and break up the team and all of that good stuff. That's how I was raised. So I was, when because he got sick, and so I had to shoulder all of the responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came to that conversation with Raven and SK, what it felt like to me is like she was feeling like, oh, I feel like her idea of what marriage is that
He's
we
gonna
come
take care
to,
of her.
yeah, he's going to take care of her. We come together, and your money is our money and my money is my money. And that's just
Mm-hmm.
how it's going to be. And unfortunately, he's not in that spot where that can be the case. I feel like SK would not have an issue with that if he was on the other side of his schooling and he got a job where taking care of his wife is not I don't feel like that's an issue for him. I think it's getting to that point. I don't know if Raven can shoulder it. You know
For
what I'm
2
saying?
years.
Shouldering the lion's share of the responsibility until to get him to the other side to where he can take it on the whole mantle, and then she gets what her want. I don't know if she can see long term that way. I feel like I know I want it now. I want you to take care of it now. I don't care what kind of burden or what you got to derail in order for me to get what I want. It's what I want, and it's my way or the highway. Is what I'm getting from her. And not that she shouldn't expect that, because your husband is supposed to protect and provide for you. But if you know his situation and you know he's a good man and you can see long term to see the potential of where he's going, then maybe you should give a little on the front end to get 3 times as much on the back end.
I 100% agree with that, and I would be down for that if maybe he told her that in the pods, because to me that's something I need to decide before I say
I feel like you did tell her.
He didn't. He told her at the house, like, I gotta leave, and I'm leaving in 2 months. I'm going to Berkeley. Like, she
No,
knew.
I feel like they were reiterating that conversation, but
Oh,
he told her beforehand.
I just feel like that's something. Maybe if we've been dating for a year, I could shoulder that, because I know they're supposed to be in love or whatever, but I just don't believe it. But if I just met you 10 days ago, I don't want to marry you, and then in 2 months you're gone, and now after 3 months of knowing you, I'm in a long distance marriage. That wouldn't work for me.
Right. I understand it as well. I'm not as young as I used to be, and I don't want to do that either. Um, but there's got to be some, like, they need to sit down and map out a plan. And if it's not a plan that she can get with, then she needs to extricate herself from the situation now.
I agree.
So, because if she can't get along with the long term vision, if he can't sit down and say, okay, babe, I have this master's program to get through. When I get through this, I can do this and this and this, and I'll come out of. And I think he said it's a full ride that he
Right.
has.
He has.
So he's coming out on the other side, and he's debt free. It's not like he's going to have this huge debt sitting there on top of them, trying to dig themselves out from whatever circumstances
He
that
has
they're in.
money. He's an engineer, so it's not like he's a broke and I'm going to get this master's to make more. Like, he has money. He said he has a savings to take care of himself those 2 years in Berkeley. But if she wants to stay in Dallas, which is where everyone is in Dallas, he's like, you got to take care of yourself. And I agree. That's why I didn't think she told in the pods they didn't have this conversation, because she was under the impression that I'm going to get married and I'm going to be taken care of.
She really thinks, and that's an appropriate thought to have in certain situations. But if the man that you are getting ready to marry is saying, "This is my life goal, this is the plan of my life for the next 2 years," already set in stone, then you need to decide whether or not you can make the sacrifices for the next 2 years to get to the other side, to get to the bounty.
And
Because
that's
I feel like SK is the type of man, because my niece's husband, French African man, lovely man, spoil her. He is a spoiled. He a hustler. He goes to work. He does the things. Listen, they are wonderful gift givers. All of that good stuff. So I feel like SK, that's the type of man that SKE is. It's just that currently, in his current situation, he's being frugal to see himself through his current situation. And
Mhm.
then once he gets on the other side, and maybe you're right, maybe he should have set this out, you know what I'm saying, until after he got his master's, and then he wouldn't have had this deterrent. But at this point, we on the other side of this, and this is
You have
just what
said
it is.
you accept now, you engage now.
Exactly. So at this
In
point,
the comments, if you can't see the progression in the relationship, back out now. And that's why I feel like this little process isn't set up for you to see my man gonna be gone for 2 years. This is more of, I've already been with you for a while, and I'm gonna hold down the house while you go get your master's. I don't see Raven. I don't see her sticking around unless
and her friend said that. Her friend said that. She was like, "This ain't gonna work," because Raven. This is what really got me. She was like, "It was like, oh, Raven has never been in a real relationship."
I peeped that. Remember, she said in the past she had a sugar daddy and he bought her something, but it wasn't a house.
That's what I said. I said, "What you mean? What you mean she ain't never been in a real relationship? Well, where's she been?"
I don't know. I don't really trust those friends. It's something about just the way they talked about her. I
Especially that one that was so opinionated, baby girl with the braids.
mm-hmm.
It was giving those aren't your real friends. It was giving
those,
very,
those are not her real friends because
though they may be in your friend circle, they are not rooting for you.
those
That's
might be the
what it is.
ladies that take her Pilates class. I don't know. But Raven said something at that sit down that if I was SK, it would be a red flag for me. She said, I'm mixed, but I grew up with the white side of my family, and some of them are problematic. She didn't outright say they were racist, but the way she led that conversation is like, not all the white people in my family like black people, and they definitely might not like you.
You African man,
Right.
for
So
real African man.
that's another eye opener for SK, which also made me feel like most, and I'm just going by what I've seen in my life. I'm not going to generalize this to all, but most mixed people that grew up on the white side of their family and they didn't grow up with their black dad or their black mom and get into that black culture, they didn't have black friends.
Right.
So I don't know if those are really Raven's true friends. But SK, I would have some more questions about that white side of the family. What do you mean? You've seen some things.
You seen what you seen, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Spill your guts. What you seen, baby?
I
What you
hope we get
seen?
to. I hope we get. We didn't see her family in this set of episodes. I hope we get to see them in the next set of episodes
Me too.
because I have questions, and I also want to ask you this because I said it on Twitter. It's off-putting to me the way Raven talks about SK being Nigerian, like he's asking her to convert to a different religion or something like that. Like I'm not, I don't know how to cook Nigerian food and I don't know about the Nigerian this. I'm like, girl,
That's the whiteness peeking out. That's what that is.
that's
That's
probably
that's the not that's the not grow that's the growing up with your white side of the family and you never were in your black culture. That's what that is. That's the simply not knowing of it all.
Because I'm like, girl, he ain't asking you to move to Africa. He ain't asking you to convert a religion. He's just Nigerian.
We don't know Monk Chip because their friends just show up to meet them for the
Yeah.
first time. So I don't know if those friends are in relationships.
I wonder, since she brought these two black women on to meet SK, if we will even meet her family. Maybe these are the people that she wants us to meet.
The family ain't coming to the wedding.
All I saw was Africans at the wedding, but we only saw a little piece. I don't know. Cole family.
That feels like Cole's. That feel like Cole. Listen, let's circle back since we talk about families not being present. Why is Cole's family like? What is going on there? Like they refuse.
Cole's family is me. Cole's family is me. I'm going to tell my son when he is old enough to do this type of shit if he really wanted to. But look, don't go on TV on this bullshit and bring me on TV acting like, oh, I'm so happy to meet you. I'm not down for this concept. I will embarrass you. I will check you. Like, don't do this to me. I am Cole's family. Don't do this to me.
I'm going to get on national TV and I'm going to show my
What
ass.
did you do if some of your kids went on Love is Blind and come back talking about, I met somebody in 10 days, here go my fiance?
I listen, first of all, quiet as it's kept, I'm not the big mama. That's my mama. So it wouldn't be so much me that's the issue.
Your mom would be.
I'll got to go talk to the elder. Listen. I'm a
little bit different. I only have one child. That's my one and only. I'm overprotective, and I'm like, don't do this to me. You don't want me on Netflix meeting somebody after 10 days. I would be more of.
I would do it. I would be. I want to see what's going on. I'm nosy. Listen.
I would be. Oh, I'm going to be on TV,
especially when in regards to my son. First of all, my mama has 8, 11. Hold on, I gotta count. 2, 3, 12 grandchildren? No. 11 grandchildren. However, everybody knows that her favorite grandchild is my son Eric. Maybe it's because I was living in her house when I had him. So, and my mom had 3 children, 2 daughters, and our son who was our younger brother who passed away at 3 days old. So we sensitive about the boys in our family. My son can do no wrong. let me be very, my son can do no, like his name. I'm not gonna tell my mama business, but like if you want, it's easy to break into my mama stuff because we know whose name it is and things and whose birthday it is. Listen. Like all the, and it's the running joke in our family that everybody knows that he is most favorite grandchild, and then it's my sister's eldest son, and then it's my youngest daughter. Like it's a hierarchy, but the rest of them is pretty much on a straight line. Now she loves all of them. There's none that she don't treat any differently, but everybody knows if she's gonna pick a favorite, my son is her favorite. Which one it is. So he couldn't be. Listen, he couldn't be the one to do this, and then he could probably be the only one that could do this and bring a girl back, and my mom would be like, well, let's meet the little girl and see what she's talking about first. Let's not condemn it first. Let's meet. Listen, we don't know. The Lord do mysterious things. People meet each other and get married and then be together for 30 years. It happens. It absolutely happens.
It does happen. And season 1 is still going strong. So at least season 1 is still married.
Yes. Season 1 people are still married, which is, we glad to see it. We glad that there was a genuine connection, at least on one season on this show. I think the white couple is still married too, but I think that's because that man's scared to leave her.
Amber and Barnett, yeah, they're still
Yes. Barnett is not allowed to even look at other people.
at all. But I love them together. I feel like they have the same energy.
I feel like they're both idiots, but
They're both free spirits. Oh, I made a joke about them on Twitter. I said, I know Barnett mad. He sold his house and now Biden out here forgiving student loans.
Child. Girl, did you see the article where it said Joe? I'm just chalking this up to his all the time is kicking in, and he talk about checks gonna be mailed out in 2 weeks. Mr. Biden, if you send me a check for 20 grand, talk about I'm supposed to pay my student loan, you gonna be angry with me. Sir, do you know I'm gonna pay my rent for a year and a half? And pay my light bill and my internet bill for like a year and a half.
You already saw on Instagram what I'm gonna do with my 20K.
Do you not understand? I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna get me a ring light. I'm gonna get me one of those GoPro cameras. And I'm gonna write it all off on my taxes. Just praise God.
I'm not getting none of that stuff. I am going to see Beyonce.
Oh, I wasn't gonna do that. No, I can see her.
I'm going to the Renaissance tour. I'm gonna be VIP.
That would be cute for my first Beyonce experience, is to go to the Renaissance tour when and get good tickets.
Do not play with me, because God already know my heart.
Listen, I'll pay half my student loans off. I'll put a good $5,000.
I'm not giving them student loan people 50 cents. If you send me a check for 20K, you better take it off my balance. Because if you send me,
y'all think I'm tatted up now. Listen, there's gonna be one in each thigh. Listen, I'm gonna get my Wakanda Forever tattoo. Listen, y'all,
I'm doing everything but pay that student.
When I say my wigs, you gonna look like think they growing out of my scalp.
Hair gonna be done. I'm gonna get me some new makeup.
Listen. I'm gonna be my YouTube channel for the next year and a half while I save up money. They continue to bring my rent after this year and a half. Like, cause I'm gonna keep my job. Let's not be crazy. We're not quitting our job. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna try and build up my YouTube as much as possible. Listen, Mr. Biden, please send that money directly to. Don't send me that money.
Don't even send me a check. Go ahead and put an ACH directly to my bank account. They got it.
Listen, if I wake up one morning and my account says your balance is $20,000, merciful Jesus, God, please, oh God, come
I'm
get
gonna give God his 10% too. I'm on tithe, but the rest, student loan people, you're out of luck.
Listen, Authentically Young, I don't know. He said they're going to start mailing out checks. He didn't say where the checks was going to. I'm just saying, please, sir, send it to the people I owe the money. Because if you send it to me, and send the whole 20K, because I don't owe the whole 20K. So there's a refund. Now that, the excess, send me the excess.
Look, I know
mine was like $9 grand. Send me that 11K, please, sir.
I know people who have paid off their student loans. I'm not gonna call their name, but I know people who have paid off their student loans a couple of years ago, and they said they filled it out anyway, just in case they do get a refund. Send me back what I paid. So
listen, I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it at all.
I told my sister to do it. I said, just in case because she paid her student loans off like 10 years ago. I said, they might send you your money back
and see what happens.
Right. It don't hurt. All they can do is hit deny. But
the worst they can say is no, go on somewhere and sit down. You know your loan's been paid off. That's the worst they can say. Listen.
Studentloan.gov.org, whatever you all are called. If you
.gov.org.edu,
whatever.
.net, whatever.
You're not gonna see none of it if it hit Angie's bank account.
Oh God, listen, I'm in need of a 20K blessing, Jesus. I'm in need.
I would love a good 20K.
I would love $20,000. That would solve a lot of problems for me. I would have furniture in my dining room. Is she empty? Look at her.
You get me a new dining room table, yeah.
Not new. Listen, I don't have living room or dining room furniture currently. And that's mostly because I don't want company. Because when you have furniture, people want to sit down and I don't even invite people to my listen. I'm very much in hibernation mode right now, and I just don't. I and listen, if you're not coming to drop your kids off, and I mean the gentlemen callers are coming to drop their kids off, I really don't like. Please don't.
I love company. I'm already planning me a good holiday party coming up.
Listen, I don't. I don't. I'm very much an introvert that masquerades as an extrovert when I have to. I try to be hospitable because my mother is the most hospitable person in the whole world. And I still don't understand how the Lord gave her two of the most inhospitable daughters in the because we don't like that. My mother is the most loving person, most kind person I've ever met in my entire life. And both me and my sister, that's not what we get. That's not what we get. My mother is steady trying to convince me that I'm a nice person.
You're a nice person.
I never said I was nice. Listen, I've told people before, I never said I was nice. No, because then when I'm mean to people, then people want to be crazy and be like, oh my God, why would you say that? I never said I was nice. You thought I was nice because I've been nice to you. I've lived very much by the road. What's the name of that movie? Roadhouse Creed. I'm nice until it's time to not. You've never seen Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze?
No.
Girl, I need you. It's old. It's from 1980. Go watch 1990. I don't know.
It's probably on Netflix.
It probably is. I need you to Google Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze.
Go.
That is the credo I live my life by. I'm nice until it's time to not be nice. And then I've never told anyone where I live to have company, and I use my grandparents' address for my mail. Come on, Monk Chip. Listen, because my permanent address is my parents' address. So if you ask me for my address, like, oh, I want to send you something 9 times out of 10, I'm going to give you my parents' address.
It was my parents' address for a long time, but I think once I moved to Atlanta, it was, they said it's on Hulu. Okay.
It's on Hulu. See?
I'm about to put it on my Hulu list. I'm about to look it up.
Put it on your list. It's a crazy movie. Listen.
I'm nice until it's time to not.
I'm nice until it's time to not be nice. Okay. And then I'm not going to be nice. Listen, I'm not.
I look at that too. I can definitely get with that.
Listen, I guess I try to warn you. I'm gonna do my best to steer you in the correct direction because I'm loony. And I listen, I am from the Church of Nuck. We love Sam Elliott because he was giving Silver Fox back then. Woo, Jesus. Listen, I'm from the Nuck If You Buck Church of God and Grace, where violence is the word of the day. So I know I have rage issues, so I try to actively avoid any type of conflict or confrontation because I'm actively trying to stay out of the clinkety clink. So therefore,
Roadhouse
with Patrick Swayze.
It's not on Hulu.
It's not on Hulu. Let me put on my Google. It's right in front of me.
You're right. I could have Googled it.
Roadhouse. It came out in 1989.
89.
It's on Netflix.
Okay, let me go to Netflix. I got to put it on my list, or I'll forget about it if it's not on my list.
Listen, I love Patrick Swayze. I think I can't remember if this came, I think this came out like right after.
Okay, yeah, there it is. A bouncer with a mysterious past leaves New York to bring order to a rowdy bar in Missouri where he falls in love with the doctor. Okay, I can get with that. Put it on.
Good. It's the credo I live my life by. I'm nice until it's time to not be nice.
I like it.
Listen.
I like it. Okay. I don't forgot what couples we talked about.
We talked about Matt and Colleen. We talked about SK and Raven.
Oh, so we got 3 left. Let's
We
go
got 3 left. So let's go to Bartista
Alexa
and
and
Nancy.
Brennan are equal.
Nancy, leave this nigga. Cause
Okay, Nancy and Bart.
leave him, daughter. Like you, like did you? Okay, I want you to tell me. Did you catch this moment when they got back to the house after the first meeting, the second meet
Mm-hmm.
up, and they were still in Malibu, and he was talking about how Raven was his type and she's so
Oh,
attractive and she's a bad broad and blah 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 blah. And he was like, and they were talking about him being attracted to her, and he was like, but we're in love emotionally and blah blah blue and blue, and he's like, but if we were to get married right now, would you say yes? And she was like, yes, because I'm all in for you. And that nigga looked like he had gotten hit in between the eyes with a punch.
he was pretty much telling her, I don't want to
Oh,
marry you. Because he kept asking, like, well, if I did this, would you? Yes. All I want to do is love you. And I'm like, ma'am, this man does not want you. He's telling you to your face, you aren't pretty enough for him. Mind you, his ass ain't cute at all to me.
no, he looks like unleavened bread. I need him to get back in the oven at 350 for another 20 minutes because he's unbaked. What's happening, sir? No, thank you. Return to sender. I don't want it. Like I don't. Bartise, it doesn't. He's not attractive to me, and the more he talks, the less attractive he gets. Like
Right.
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt at the beginning and be like, okay, he kind of cute. He young. I
He's
don't think he's not fully matured yet. I don't think he's.
minded.
And Nancy had an issue with that in the beginning about him being so young, and she did not. She just didn't understand. You were right on the nose, honey. He's not ready. He's not ready.
He's not ready and he doesn't want you. He
Exactly.
does not want you. He wanted to fuck you and
And
you
he
gave it to him, which I mean, that's your fiance, whatever. But now that he's fucked you, he does not want you. And
when
it
he
happens.
when he said, I tend to fall in love, but then the love fizzles out. I
He
knew then that
telling
that's.
you he
I
does
knew then that
want you.
he's not ready.
And she's like, I just want to love you. I will always choose you. I'm like, girl, you're supposed to be
And I was waiting for her to give the Meredith Grey, pick me, choose me, love me. Like I'm like that's all I hear when I hear her talking is Meredith Grey and talking about pick me, choose me, love me. I'm standing right here in the wholeness of who I am, giving all of me to you, and you still looking down dumbfounded like you don't see the love standing right in front of you. And he does it because he doesn't value what all of what you encompass. He's not ready. He's not
only
ready.
values what
If
he
he had
sees.
come to this in another 5 years at the age of 30, he may have been ready for who you are and what you are ready to give and what you want to do. But y'all not on the same timeline. He's not ready.
He's not ready to get married, period. He wants to be on television. And I don't like how these women get on this show and they're so desperate and they let these men make them look so foolish. Like at some point, I need you all. Is it in the contract that you have to go to the altar? Because I would be leaving
Yes, I
these.
think so. Yes.
It has to be in the contract because I would be leaving. I'd be like, "Psh, let me go back to my house. We're done filming. Film everyone else. Like Nancy clearly needs to leave Bartiz. He's clearly going to embarrass you at the altar. I hope they ask you first.
I hope they ask you first so you can say no.
Yes, because he's going to embarrass you,
Or
girl.
I hope they open the doors and you not standing there.
And you not standing there. Yes.
That's my hope for you, daughter, is that you say, I choose me and I can't do this. And then you don't even show up.
Because what pissed me off about Bartiz, they had the whole abortion conversation. You could believe whatever you want to believe, but I was kind of side eyeing Bartiz during that conversation. But why on the first meeting of your parents are you bringing up how she feels about abortion to your parents, knowing how your parents and your sister feel about it? I'm like, sir, you just want your family not to like her? Like, what's going on here?
Child, so they'll understand when he show his ass at that wedding.
But he don't mind popping 50 Plan Bs. He don't
But
mind.
you have an issue with an abortion. Nigga,
Right.
go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. But my thing, what I was listen, Nancy said she said some real shit. I wouldn't have necessarily maybe not gone on national TV and said it. But when she said, if I'm pregnant and I found out that there is a defect with the baby, I'm not gonna have the baby. Now it depends on when you find out the defect is, because you might be so far gone you can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happened? That's my point. And she says
Mm-hmm.
in her job as a speech therapist,
Yeah.
she is seeing some very heartbreaking things, and she doesn't know. Listen, God is not. I wanted to tell her, God is never going to put more on you than you can handle. So if you should so happen to get pregnant and you find out you good, baby. If you so happen to get pregnant and you find out that there is something wrong with your baby and it's too far gone for you to do anything about it, there was a very specific reason that you found out when you found out. The Lord knows who you are.
Yeah.
And the Lord knows what decisions you would have made if you could have. And if he purposely set you up to have this baby who has special needs, there is a reason he trusted you with the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
He's never going to put more on you than you can actually bear. So listen, I just need her to take that little nugget and hide it in her heart.
She was saying, but I also felt like this might not be the time to be on TV saying this, because you know some people that might come attack you on the Twitter or whatever. But I feel like people have the right to do whatever they want to their body whenever they feel. I'm praying to God right now, please, at my age, don't let me get pregnant, because I don't want any more kids. I'm too old to be starting over.
Let me be very clear. If after having my tubes tied for over 20 years, if I get pregnant, I'm fighting everyone. You hear me? Everybody line up because I'm fighting. I'm fighting everyone. I'm Jesus, you too. Get in line because I'm gonna fight you too. What do you mean? I'm fighting the nigga that shut up the club.
Everybody.
Everyone. The doctor who tied my tubes 20 years ago, you're gonna have to come down to the front of the congregation as well, sir. Fighting you too. Fighting you too. I'm fighting everyone.
I didn't get my tubes tied. I should have did it when Obama was doing that stuff for free. But I just have a Mirena, and you know that little Mirena could slip and slide out.
I don't, beloved. I don't know.
You don't know
about it.
You don't know, but that Mirena has slipped and fell out, and I had to go get another one many times. And I'm just like, Lord, please, I'm too old.
Listen,
every time we go to the doctor and they make me pee in that cup, I'm like, please don't come telling me any foolishness.
Ma'am, do you know my youngest baby is, how old is she? 20? How old am I? I don't know.
45.
Okay, she was, what year is this? This is 22. She's 22 years old because she was born in she's 23.
2000 or
1999. When did I get married? I got married in the year 1999. So she was born in 1999, in May of 1999. So she's 23.
Mm-hmm.
My baby is 23. Let me repeat that because I don't think y'all heard me. My baby girl is 23. Her older sister is 26 and her brother is 27. I have a 6, 5, a 3, and a 1-year-old grandchild. I got 4 grandkids. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who having another baby?
These people are talking about babies in their 40s and their 50s.
Listen, since we talking real spit here, I'm gonna have a transparent moment, and some of my followers already know this. I started having my cycle when I was 9 years old. I will be 46 next Thursday. I am tired of doing this. I'm looking for menopause. Where is she at?
I don't know.
You can set your watch to my period. Where's menopause at? Like it's been 36 years now, and I'm tired
Look,
of doing this.
I asked my doctor the same thing because my son is 19, but with the Mirena, you don't have a cycle. So that's what scares me because I'm like, I could be pregnant and not know. So, because you don't know with the Mirena, because you don't have a period. Because you get it every 5 years. I'm like, okay, when can I stop getting this thing? Because menopause should be coming any day now. She's like, you have another 10 years. And I'm like, I got that when I was like 42. So that's 52. That's another 10 years that you
If
can
I
have a
have
baby.
to, if I, listen, okay, because maybe because I'm considered in my prime. We're mid 40s. We're in our
Mhm,
prime right now. So we at our sexual peak and all of those good things.
mhm.
Listen, listen, Linda. Listen, I'm not having baby the first. I'm fighting this. I can't even articulate how angry I would be if I got knocked up at this big age of mine.
I'm
No,
telling you.
no.
I'm telling you.
First of all, if I get knocked up, sir, you have a baby. You have a baby, sir. I don't have it. We listen. No, no. No. Oh God, that made my forehead start sweating. First of all, I listen. I had such a I loved being pregnant all 4 times that I was pregnant. I absolutely loved every single pregnancy. That wasn't the issue. It is the daily care and feeding and stress of growing a child into an adult person. That is very stressful.
Mhm.
And it is meant for the young. It is not meant for older people. I don't have listen. I have
People
just
are doing it.
to love on my grandbabies and then send them immediately home to their parents. That's it. Come here. Let me my love up on you. Let me buy you a toy, a Happy Meal. You because Mima got McDonald's money. Now, mommy didn't have McDonald's money because she had holes in her shoes because she was walking 2 miles to work every day to make sure that y'all could eat and the light stayed turned on. But Mima, who only has to take care of herself nowadays, Mima got McDonald's money for the grandbabies. So I'ma spoil y'all and then see y'all asses right back home to your parents.
Agreed.
Do Jesus. I just the Lord that I serve knows the desires of my heart, and He knows being a mom again is not like when my son passed away. If I had gotten pregnant not too long after that, then yes, another baby would not have been an issue. But at this big age that I am, no, I
I
don't.
100% agree. I 100% agree. And I agree with you. I ask my doctor every time, when is the menopause coming? Because I can't do this.
Like I don't. It's not that I can't do it. I don't. I no longer want to do
I
it.
can't do it.
I
My
tried to talk.
was
I tried to talk my doctor and give me a hysterectomy, and he was like, "We don't do elective. Something has to be wrong with you, broad." He's like, and she was just. I said, "He, oh Lord, that's a woman, Jesus." She was like, "It's a black lady," and my doctor, she don't had no cut class with me. She liked to call me crazy stuff. She's like, "Hey, broad, that's not how this works. We're not just gonna take your working parts out because you don't want them anymore. Something has to be wrong." I said, "This is." You could have told me that on a low. I could have invented something. Something. She was like, "We would have to do tests, daughter. You can't just."
You just can't come in here saying something wrong.
And then my mama loves to tell me, "Oh, that's terrible for you." I don't know. I took them parts out 30 some odd years ago. I don't have those parts anymore, so I don't. I'm so sorry. Well, thanks a lot, mom. That makes me feel so much better. That you rub it in, that you were able to get your successful hysterectomy, and I just sitting here with everything. My sister had a partial because she had fibroids and things going on with her diabetes and stuff, and she had a partial hysterectomy. She don't get a cycle no more. Like why?
Get the Mirena. The Mirena will take away your cycle.
I don't birth control. I haven't been on birth control.
The Mirena will take away your cycle.
Listen, the last time I got on a birth control that took away my cycle, I gained like 70 pounds.
Really?
I had the Depo-Provera shot after I had, in between when I had my son and daughter. I had the Depo-Provera and gained so much weight. I was, oh no, stop taking this immediately. And I can't afford to put no more weight on when I'm trying to take weight off. Listen, I'm contemplating having surgery. I'm contemplating the gastric surgery now. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. My sister had it done. My cousin had it done, both successfully, and they started losing the weight. And now they're looking at me because I'm the one fat friend in the trio now. Like, what you gonna do, sis? So
I say do it. I tried to do it. I couldn't get it done because back when they had the lap band, when the lap band was so popular, I had that and it did not work for me, as you can see. And when they went to try to take that lap band out, I was going to get the gastric, and it was like, we can't take it out without messing something up. So I'm stuck with it. So,
oh wow.
I'm back to just hitting up the gym.
Listen, I think I just listen because I was having a conversation.
Cover it. I say go for it.
Listen, I was having a conversation with one of the roster yesterday. We were on FaceTime yesterday, and we were talking, and I was talking like, listen, and we were talking about coming to our own and being confident in who we are. And I told him about having the surgery. And I said, I'm kind of scared about having the surgery. And he was like, why are you scared? I said, the body that I have now, I don't act right now.
Well,
The Lord allows me to get this surgery and I get the body that I want.
It's over.
It is over for you niggas. Listen. It is over. Listen. It is over. Do you hear me? I'm literally aging backwards. Like, I posted a picture of myself the other day about almost 100 pounds heavier.
I believe that was
you. 10 years ago. I'm literally aging backwards. I'm a late bloomer. I'm just coming into my glow up. Let me get the body that I really, really want. Y'all gonna be sick of me, do you? Sick of me. Listen, I'm trying, and he was like, "No, go." He's like, "Get it." You know, he already have the confidence. He's like, "I already have the bad bitch confidence." If I get the bad bitch body to match the confidence that I have, it's a wrap. Y'all gonna be sick of me. Y'all gonna be like, "This bitch don't never put on clothes." Like, how is she a minister and she is always naked on Instagram? Mind your business. I talk to the Lord daily.
Right. I 100% agree.
Okay. We
keep talking about other stuff.
Because this is boring.
Video too.
Okay, who we didn't talk to?
We talked about how stupid they are. Alexa and Brennan are, to me, the easy couple.
Yeah, at this point, I think they'd be the only ones that make it. But I don't know. Something hinky is going on with Brennan and his family.
Maybe I fast forward through his family. I don't remember meeting Brennan.
I tell you about fast forward through stuff.
I don't remember Brennan's family, but I remember her family, and they have money. They didn't seem as talkative and as forceful as I thought they would be. But I was like, oh, she has money, and you say you're some kind of engineer, but you seem kind of broke, and that might be an issue.
Right. He's coming out of it. He's only got like $12,000 in student loans left. But it feels like Brennan is very frugal because he came from nothing.
And he doesn't want to lose it all, giving you shopping sprees and all of that. So maybe
Mhm.
he's not broke. Maybe frugal is the word for him.
I think frugal is the better word for him. I honestly believe frugal is the
That's
better
going to be
word.
a hard one because that's me and my husband, and we argue about it all the time. And that's why we have separate bank accounts because he's very frugal. He's not broke, but very frugal. And
Hmm.
I give my whole paycheck to Afterpay every 2 weeks. So
Friend, I just went on Afterpay and it was like $600. Why would you do that to me? Why would you say that to me? Because I'm finna Afterpay me a bunch of clothes and makeup. Friend, why would you do that? Let this next
worry
paycheck when
about
I get back
Afterpay
from Vegas.
because at first only Ulta had Afterpay and Sephora had Klarna. But once Sephora got Afterpay, it was over. It was over. And so it's two boxes sitting outside right now. I was rushing in the house. I didn't have time to bring them in. But yes. Afterpay gets my check and my husband's savings account gets his. That's not gonna work for them unless you have a serious conversation about finances, whose money is what, because that will be constant arguments.
Absolutely. 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 Listen,
Mhm.
friend, Romans country men. Listen, they need to have that conversation, but we gonna see what happens.
I
I
still
those are the one that I have the most hope for. Is that the last couple?
we didn't talk about Zaynab and Cole because I didn't fast forward this part, and I really don't care too much about them. We know what it is. She insecure, passive aggressive, whatever. But Cole said something racist to me, and I want to know if you felt it was racist.
What did you say?
Because at first I thought his issue with Zaynab was a weight thing, like maybe she wasn't as skinny as Colleen, and that's why he's physically in love with Colleen. But when he said, I know what a Zaynab is because a Zaynab would never look like a Lily, I was like, what do you mean Zaynab
Oh
would
yeah, he definitely meant
right,
blonde haired, blue eyed,
right. So I'm like, that's kind of racist.
and Zainab is very much other. She's
Right.
not. She's not white. She's not necessarily. She's definitely not black, but she is other, and so that's not. He's not. He's used to the Beckys and the
She
Lilies
was
of the
white
world.
girls. Right. And I
He's
rather
absolutely, absolutely.
plane went up and you saw it wasn't a white girl. I'd rather you say, I'm not interested and move on instead of playing with this woman's feelings, her
Exactly.
emotions, and taking her through all of these changes when you want a white woman.
That's what I'm saying. If that's what you want, if that's what you use to, then go get you that. If I'm not, and he doesn't understand, he doesn't, her, I feel like her love language is words of affirmation,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
he doesn't know how to affirm her in a way that she can accept. And again, that comes from y'all only being together 10 days and not learning each other. You
Well,
have
in
to
real
learn
life,
how to love that person.
he would never approach her. But he
He
also
wouldn't,
said something.
but now that we're here, you have to, and this is the person that you chose, you have to learn to love her in the way that she needs to be loved. I feel like they need to sit these people down and make them take the love language test so that they could present it to their
Yes,
partners with
yes.
this is how to love me.
Give them
Correct.
some counseling in the background because they need
Mm-hmm.
that. Did
Absolutely.
you see Cole's studio apartment
With the bugs in it
with the
and the dirty
with the
lawn.
roaches? I thought it was roaches in the sink. I said,
I
how
thought so too.
your apartment with dirty
You
dishes,
went on
trash?
Oprah's internet with your dirty ass apart. You didn't even make, like, it wasn't even a thought for you to, oh, I'm having cameras come to my house. I should clean up something. I don't care, even if you just did a cursory, pick the stuff off the floor, wash the dishes so there's not dirty dishes in your sink. Just do the bare minimum for
Minimum.
if you are having regular company come over. Let alone cameras, my boy.
If there was
Child, I
never
know his mama
time to
embarrassed. I
work,
know his mama embarrassed.
embarrassed. That's probably why she ain't come on the show. Because she
Probably.
was like, I ain't teach him how to clean like this. If there was ever time to run roaches, that's my line. If you got roaches in your house, I can't be bothered.
I can't come stay. I
And
can't.
I feel like I might not be the tidiest person, but when I know I'm going on vacation, the trash is out, the
Come
dishes
on.
are washed,
Come
and my
on.
house is clean because no one likes to come home to a mess.
The
But
dirty
even
house.
if you don't clean your house, you don't leave trash and dishes in your house and you're going to be gone for in a pod for 10 days.
You don't. First of all, I think they was gone for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, because they had to go to Malibu too.
Yes, they were gone for. Ooh, child. Why would you? Mm-mm.
They said
Again,
maybe it wasn't.
It feels like the guys are all younger than the women
They
this
are.
season,
They are.
and I feel like none of them are mature enough to be. Child. No, it wasn't a water bug.
Because it was multiple.
Hey, Markel, baby. He said, I love SK. I just wish he could do online school. Listen,
That would help.
that would help, but I don't think that's how the scholarship that he has works.
Wait, they said the bugs were in the toilet. How do you get roaches in the toilet? They should be dead if they fall in the water.
Unfortunately, I don't know. I've never seen unless it was picked up and killed and picked up and thrown in the toilet and flushed. I've never seen a bug in the toilet, so I don't even know how that works.
I don't know, but that would have been insane. Relationship over, contract abort.
Check, please.
I
Check.
draw the line at roaches. I'm sorry. I don't care where they were. That's my line.
Right. And then you can't bring none of your stuff to my house and we're gonna leave it outside for a day or two. Because you have visitors and critters with you, sir.
Yes, we have to shake out everything.
Jesus. Oh God. Listen, as I start to pack tomorrow for my trip to Vegas,
Have fun. Are you going to see Usher?
Absolutely not. You asked me that before. No, ma'am.
Oh,
No,
I
I
asked. I wanted to go see Usher so bad. I wanted to go to that concert. None
don't
of
know. Usher has blonde hair now. He looks
you
like
you're going to
Wesley Snipes in that movie where the gourmet food was Taco Bell and they didn't have violence and they gave you a ticket for cussing. Oh God, what was the name of that movie?
I don't know.
And his name and Sylvester Stallone was in it, and so was baby girl from oh God, what's the name of that movie? Somebody help me. I'm old. Oh God. Where his name was Simon Phoenix. Wesley Snipes' name was Simon Phoenix. And he had blonde hair and he was the bad guy. And they put him at Judge Dredd. And they put him on ice. Mr. I am the law.
I don't recall that movie, but I wanted to go see Usher, but no one would pay to go with me. So
I don't think SK and Raven are gonna get
no.
sketch.
I only see one couple that might say I do.
Oh no. Listen, okay, hold on. First of all, I think Colleen is pretty. She gives me Cabbage Patch Kid in the face with the dimples. That's what she gives me. So, and she's a ballerina, so she's in good shape. She has a good body. That's not the issue. And Matt is a lunatic. He is a straight crazy person.
Yes.
Like again, you missed it, Markel, at the beginning. He gives me family annihilator vibes. Like if Colleen don't one day, him and Colleen gonna have 2.5 kids and she gonna burn his toast. And when police come in to do a well check, he gonna be done killed Colleen and the children and set them at the table with a full table of breakfast and then killed himself at the head of the table. And that's how they find them all sitting at the table. That's what he gives me.
Now that's
Demolition Man. Thank you, Tracy. It's not Judge Dredd, it's Demolition Man. Thank you.
I haven't seen that one either. I might need to put that in Netflix.
Put that in your Demolition Man with with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone and the girl and from Miss Congeniality. Oh, I can see her face. I can hear her voice. I can't remember her name. I can't remember that girl's name to save my life. She was in Speed and Miss Congeniality 1 and 2 and The Proposal. Hold on.
Ooh, Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock.
Sandra, yes. Sandra Bullock. Yes, that's her name. Thank y'all, because you listen, I was on my way to Google to figure it out. But yes, Demolition Man.
Okay, I'm going to Netflix. Me and my husband get ready to watch a movie tonight, but maybe not.
Demolition Man came out in 1993. It's on Stars.
Oh, okay. I got the Stars app, so I can watch
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Demolition Man is on Stars. Colleen, okay, hold on.
You saw that other comment about the clubs closing at 2:30. Yeah, that one.
Colleen didn't even say she was going to club. Club closed at 2 p.m. in Dallas. It's 2. You mean 2 a.m. It's 2:30. I'm calling you. Girl, where you at? I'm locking the doors. But I don't think it was 2:30 anymore. It was like 1 something.
No, it was, they said it was 2:30. They said it was late.
Well, if it's that late.
Maybe she was in her
in the morning and the clubs are closed, and you know she on her way fucking back to the house.
Or at the Waffle House. One or the other.
Listen, or at the Waffle House. Listen, because the Waffle House will get you right at the club every single
time. To the club.
Okay, so yeah, you missed this. This is how we got to. We went off on a tangent.
We be going that's how we got to the Morena and hysterectomy.
Right, we got to hysterectomies and being tied and Morenas and the whole nine. I am on the side of Ebony, where I don't even know if you find out about birth defects that far in advance to where you can make a decision, a safe decision about whether or not to abort a baby. Not she on her back with somebody else. Hold the phone.
Oh, well, she could be.
Fix it, Holy Ghost. Listen, okay, so with the abortion thing, listen, I'm all for it's your body, it's your choice. I have as a person who has participated in that particular action, because I was unprepared to be a mother at the time. I was 15 and stupid. So, you think Nancy will end up with Andrew?
I don't think so.
Andrew, eye drops in my eyes. Andrew. Andrew, let me fake cry because I proposed and she said no. Andrew, I don't know, but let me say this. Artiste you can tell his level of maturity, because he wasn't thinking about Nancy until he saw Nancy having that conversation with Andrew, and then he was all of a sudden, what's going on? What's over here? What's happening over here? No, you so far, Raven's ass going back over there.
I want to ask.
Going back over there. Because he knew he had no shot with Raven, because Raven was very clear. No, I'm good with my man. I'm good with my man. Oh.
But I agree with
you.
I
think she could have. She was probably angry with him, but I would have called as well.
But they talked more about that abortion thing, because they were like, well, you could get one free abortion if you mess up one time, but then you should have the baby the second time. And then they went through if somebody do something to you, you could have one. And then he went to, and you could pop as many Plan Bs as you want to. So I'm on Nancy's side. It's your body, your choice. And I hate that he brought that subject up in front of his family. That was inappropriate.
Oh, that what she just said. But I'm circling back to Colleen and Matt. Yes, she could have called. She could have called. She could have sent a text. She could have done anything.
Knowing her man, you know.
But I don't know how they left it with Matt and Colleen when they went two separate ways from that mixer, because Matt was still
Lord.
giving her shit about the conversation with Cole, even though he had a conversation with Cole, and he was very clearly like, she wasn't trying to get with me. She was just trying to be nice to let me down easy. That's all that was. So for him to get
I
that
brought it back up.
information, and then 30 seconds later, when she ain't made it back to the house, um, in a time appropriate enough for him, he like, that's it, I'm leaving. How I'm supposed to marry her after this? How you supposed to marry me after what? I ain't even did nothing, nigga. What are you talking about?
That's red flag number 3. Like, girl, you can't even go to the club with your friends. Because, mind you, this is the city they live in. So she wasn't just with the people from the show. Her friends are in that city. I can't hang out with my friends now. Yes, you should call, text your mate, at least tell him I'm going out to the club so he know where you at. But his reactions are too much. Now, did they ever say he tried to call her and she wasn't answering or something like that?
Mm-mm. Okay, I got amniocentesis test can be performed to test for issues with the fetus, but that test comes with risks.
Because that's that long needle test. And you
Mm.
have to ask for that.
And Nancy seems like the type that would ask for the test.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she got PTSD from.
Did you see how Bartice is upset that Nancy is in business with her ex? Like, they do those Airbnbs together.
I'm not sure if y'all know that, but when they film this show, everyone gets proposed to, and they separate the groups of 5 couples. And whichever group has the most drama is what is.
Oh, is that true? Because I heard they just don't. Some of them they don't even. They be like, okay, you ain't gonna make it. But I would love to see the other group that got engaged. But I would think it has to be people in there that everybody in there can't get proposed to because some people just aren't going to hit it off.
True. Listen.
But I know they said more people get engaged, but they pick their favorites. I feel like they pick the messiest ones as well.
Absolutely.
TV show at the end of the day. And
Absolutely.
I wonder if the people who still get engaged, if they don't make it on the TV show, do they continue to date because everyone is in Dallas, or do they be like, "Oh, we didn't get on TV"? Oh well. Just curious.
That's a good question. That is a good question. Do they make them do the whole kit and caboodle
So
and film it all, and then they decide what they're gonna do with it?
I want to look. So the next few episodes are the wedding, and then the last episode is the reunion, or is the last episode the wedding?
I think the last. I'm not fooling with you. What you gonna do with Bartice, Martell? Martell playing because he know his husband gonna bump him upside the head. Don't keep playing here. Keep playing.
I'm hoping to run into Bartice on a drunken night. He might not be what you want. I don't know.
I don't know. Martiz comes across as a like thumper. Like you just wow. That's what he gives me. Like he ain't got no finesse, nothing.
Okay, so we get 3 more episodes Wednesday, and then the Wednesday after that is the reunion.
Right.
Okay. I'm here for it. I really, Abby, I could fast forward all the way to the weddings. I just want to see what happens at the altar.
Please stop fast. See, did we discuss this the last time about you fast forwarding stuff
That's
and you
all
missing stuff?
I care about. What are we saying at this altar? Yes, no, maybe. Who's running? Who's crying? That's all I care about. And then I care about this reunion because I feel like Nancy didn't see that stuff until now. I want to know what Nancy has to say to Andrew with these eye drops. I want to know if everybody peeped that racist comment that Cole made, or is it just me tripping? Like, I feel like the reunion is going to be a good one.
We gonna see.
But I don't know. Nick and Vanessa are too soft. They don't.
No. Did you see the last reunion?
I'm thinking of the ultimatum.
Yeah, you think the ultimatum. Listen, Nick, they got them together at the last reunion, especially Shayna.
Oh,
Not you. Not you gonna fast forward the people conversations.
right. I'm with
Okay,
you.
Markel, the
You can
racist
fast
comment
forward them.
was about Zanib talking when he was talking about, he didn't think he was gonna fall in love with someone who is a Zanib. He's used to being with the Lilies and the Beckys of the world and not a Zanib. That was the comment.
The comment he made was pretty much telling her because he also told her he thinks she looks like Kim K in maybe her original face, not this face. But he was saying, "I know what you look like because a Zanib would never look like a Lily," and I'm like, "Okay, Cole."
I just work here. I don't know why he. Why would you say that, sir?
What would you say it on television?
So, listen.
Oh, they bringing a new wing place to town.
Listen, okay, that's how you know we done talking about these people. She said there's a wing place in
Look,
there.
you live in the big city. Yes, I live in Memphis, but I live on the outskirts in a small town. And every wing place we have, it's a little bit racist out. Well, it's a lot racist out here.
Oh
Every
no.
wing place we have, they set on fire because black people own it. We're finally getting another wing place, and I'm excited because I hate having to go 20 minutes to Memphis to get me some good wings. It's called King of the Hot Wings. I can't wait to try it.
I'm mad. So we're not going to fast forward past the fact that you said every black owned wing spot gets burnt down.
It does.
Now,
It's a mysterious fire. Every black owned restaurant in my town has had a mysterious fire. Every.
not the Ray J I hit it first face. I can't. That's it. That's the benediction on this. That's the absolute bless. And on that note, oh my God.
Yes. What you got coming up this week, Abby?
Listen. I got my birthday coming up this week. I will be 46 on Thursday. I'm going to Vegas. There may be a little surprise for y'all in our Vegas vlogs. Me and Loretta, you know, we gonna get out there and act the fool. Now I don't know about. Listen, I'm trying to raise funds to get a tattoo while I'm out there in Vegas. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna go into the casino with my $40 and see if I can make it rain for my
You
birthday.
can't do nothing in the Vegas casino with $40.
Okay, well then I'm not gonna get anything
Nothing.
because
Each is
I'm
like
not willing to spend more.
$25, and that's the cheap tables.
Oh,
$25.
I'm going to the nickel slots. What you mean?
Oh, you're talking about the slot machines. Oh, well, you can have fun on the slot machines. I like the
Yeah, I had gone to girl. I don't even know what to do. I'm a bet on black. That's all I know.
I thought you were talking about the tables.
Girl, no. What am I doing at the table? I don't even know what the table. Girl,
Roll
no.
the dice. Have me a good time. Bet on the field. But not for $25 a bet. I'll play for $5, $10 a bet.
I'm gonna get me. I'm gonna get $40 in nickels. And that's gonna tell you. He can tell you how much time I go to the freaking
Are you gonna
casino.
get you some good edibles?
I've never been high a day in my life, so edibles are not on my list.
Okay. That's usually my first stop when I get off the plane. Gonna take me to the dispensary and then let's
Well,
go.
I've never been to Vegas, so this is my first trip to Vegas at this big age. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to go see RuPaul and the girls,
Let
and
me
I got
tell you up front, Vegas is like it's not a zombie town, but everybody in Vegas is high. Like they have that good weed out there. Everyone walks and smokes Everyone is high. Everybody is on one. It's a good time.
No, I'm going with my friend Crystal. I'm going with my friend Crystal.
I can't wait to see the vlog about RuPaul. I hope you get to meet everyone you want to meet.
We paid for the VIP seats and the meet and greet, so I'm going to meet and greet. Listen, I'm praying that in the rotation is Latrice Royale.
Latrice there right now. I think you're going to see Latrice. She's there right now.
If I get to meet Latrice, I'm going to lose mine. I'm just telling y'all now, I'm going to lose mine. I'm going to lose it. Listen, my sister who has sickle cell will be 43 on the 13th. And if that don't say God is good, I don't know what does.
She'll be 43 on the 13th of November.
Yep. So, okay, listen, we got to get back on track because we done talked a lot. We've been on an hour and a half. We done meandered. We done meandered around.
When you'll be back from Vegas?
I'll be back late Sunday, early Monday.
Okay, so you're not even gonna have time to watch the episodes.
Probably not.
Unless you watch them on the plane, that's a long flight.
I probably can download the episodes onto my iPad and then watch them on the plane. Because the plane, it's overnight on Sunday. So it's like my flight takes off at like 10 something, almost 11 o'clock. And I'll get back here at 6 in the morning. And then I got to rush home to work.
You didn't take off Monday?
I did not. I might take it off. I might take it off. It ain't nothing but an email to be like, hey, I'm not gonna be here either.
You're gonna be partying. That's gonna be too much. Too much.
Come here and get in the bed. Listen, I can clock in and then go bed later. Listen, my job is such that I don't actually have to do any work on that Monday. But I can come in here and hit it and then go late.
That is a great thing about working from home. If you need a nap, you could get one.
Listen, yes. Yeah, Shangela and Latrice Alyssa Edwards. Listen, I could go down the list of my faves. Listen, also, if you haven't already in the crowd, my first review of Dracula Titans is out for the new season. Go get you a piece of the review. Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Another thing.
The next set of episodes, it might have to be like a midweek review after you're back.
Yes. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But until then, we will let y'all know when we are back with the last 3 episodes, and then we'll come back one more time for the reunion. But this has been our lovely review of Love is Blind Season 3, episodes 4, 5, and 6. Please visit my friend at Kiss My Cheeks TV on the YouTubes. What else you got coming up? Because I know you got Kitchen Table Talk and more things.
Kitchen Table Talk is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central. I cannot wait to cut up with my Halloween costume. Oh, I'm going to cut up. And then Kamisha on Kamisha Reviews, we're reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac tomorrow, the panel. If the show comes on at 7, the review will be at 8. So it's right after the show goes off. And I'm going to cut up with my Halloween costume over there as well. We're going to all be in costumes. Come on, costuming. Waist up costumes. But, I cannot wait. I'm going to be so in character. I'm excited. I did not tell you. I went to the Halloween store, and that's right before the live. I'm thinking I'm the only procrastinator in the world that is getting the line, because it's in a shopping center, was 2 stores down, a line to get into the Halloween store. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it back with Abby on time, because I told her I was running out real quick, then run in and get my little stuff I need. The line was 2 stores down. I said, oh my God, I'm not procrastinating alone. Shame on us.
Shame on y'all procrastinators. I ordered a costume on Oh, Dragula is on Shutter. It's on Prime, Amazon Prime.
Amazon. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check it out. Everybody says it's better than Drag Race, but it's like horror, and I'm not really into
Yes.
horror. But
Yes. It's the spooky version of Dragula. It's
I do
fun.
love
It's good fun. It's good fun.
lip sync though.
The lip syncs. Okay. Because the lip sync is not as prominent in because it's about other things. Filth, glamour, horror is what it's
Check
about.
it out. I'm gonna check it
There
out.
is lip syncing done in it, but it's not like they have a lip sync for your life at the end of the episode like Drag Race.
Yeah,
Yes, we're gonna do some vlogging while we're in Vegas, especially if I can get a tattoo.
I just want to see Latrice and who else you get to meet. What kind of tattoo you gonna get, or is it a secret?
Oh no, it's not a secret. Okay, I have two tattoos in mind, and depending on what prices I'm giving will determine which one because I have a big one and then I have a small one. The big one is going on my thigh. It's 4 clocks, and each clock from top to bottom has, as the time, has my children's month and day of birth
Birthday. Okay.
for all four kids, and the last clock um, will be broken and damaged for my son who passed away. So it'll be four whole like working clocks and then like a broken clock at the bottom. So we'll see if somebody I can get somebody to make that happen. It's going to be on my left thigh.
What's the second one?
The second one is my Wakanda Forever tattoo, and so it's just going to be my name in Wakandan in like holographic purple ink on my wrist.
What is Wakandan? Like,
The actual language.
I thought it was a made up place.
It is a made up place, but they actually have a language for Wakanda.
Oh,
Like there's a whole language, there's a whole alphabet, the whole nine. They got all of the linguistics for Wakanda.
you know how I am. I just watch the movie. I don't go into the background. I'm just showing up at the theater. I'm watching the movie.
Sort of.
It's,
Oh God, I cannot.
I do like the clock idea. I do like the clocks. I want to get another tattoo, but I'm the hugest baby and scared of pain. So I'm like, I probably won't have.
Listen, I tend to get tattoos two at a time because I don't like the uneven numbers. So I'm at 8. I'm at 8 right now, and so I already have 9 and 10 planned out. I think 12 will be my limit.
Hmm.
So yeah, 12. I think 12. But I feel like every time I say this is the number, then I'm gonna stop, and then
Then it'll be at 14.
I'm gonna add some more because I want one here that says my ladder will be greater right here, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna get it done in Swahili. Got
But
my
if you don't get the tattoo in a meaty area, it really doesn't hurt. So don't get it on the fatty part, is what they're saying.
No, they say if you get it in a meaty area, it really doesn't hurt.
Okay, because maybe that's
Like
why.
'cause this one, the one that hurt the most was no, this one. This is the one that hurt the most. It's currently the biggest one that I had, and it didn't really hurt. It because it's color.
Mm-hmm.
Color tattoos hurt more than black and white. And when he was here, it felt like he was.
Oh
It was
my.
in like right up here in my neck, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, but that tattoo artist, he was trying to dip me out of my drawers. So I was like, oh, he was fine too, Jesus.
Hmm.
But I had to be loyal
Have
because
a
I had
great
to be
birthday. I hope you get everything you want done out there in Vegas. Have a great time.
me too.
Are you gonna have drinks or are we completely sober Vegas?
Why would we be sober Vegas? That
I
is
don't know. I don't know. Everybody smokes. Like when I went to Vegas, I was the only one smoking in the group, but I couldn't pass up some good edibles and stuff because it was Vegas.
Listen, I've never had an edible. I've never smoked anything. I have no desire. in that area, but I'm going to have the drinks. I'm going to drink the things, all of the drinks,
All of the drinks.
all of the free drinks that they will give me because it is my birthday.
Well, I hope they give you plenty free drinks.
It's something, and I'm
Casino.
like a dark liquor straight kind of girl. So you listen.
Oh, see, I just have my tequila and orange juice. That's what I had today.
Listen.
And I went to the liquor store. They were giving out free shots of tequila, you know, getting you to taste the new brand. I said, let me stop at 2. So
I know that's right. Okay, we're gonna end the lot because if not, we'll continue even 3 hours later. We'll be like, girl, we should have cut this off. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We love y'all. We will see y'all later for something else. Look into the distance. We gonna be there doing something. Chill. We love y'all. Peace out.